Guys, welcome back to King Ols. Jake Paul has just knocked out Andre August in the very first round with a brilliant uppercut. A brilliant uppercut. And, I'm not the biggest fan of Jake Paul by any means, but, you need to give him credit for that, in my opinion. I feel like we need to give him credit. He's clearly gone back and worked on a lot of things. I've been critical of his jab, and in the build up to this Andre August fight, I was saying, he needs to use that. He needs to, try and use that jab. Needs to work on it because that's something which he hasn't been using much. And it looked really good today, to be fair, Jake Paul's jab, and set up the uppercut really well from using that jab. Jake Paul's footwork looked good, and he's boxing well. He's mixing it up a little bit as well, which was good to see from Jake Paul, doing all the right things. Had a good high punch volume, but I saw the stats at the end. He only landed 8 out of 46. That's something that needs to be worked on. His accuracy, of course, but that's probably the only critical thing today. I feel like he boxed well, set up the shots well, and. It was a brilliant uppercut to end the fight. And, he's clearly working on things. And, he's proved me wrong. I did say, in my last video when he fought Nate Diaz, I was like, we never beat a pro boxer. He beat a 10-1 pro boxer tonight. Someone with some decent wins. Andre August beat a 7-0 prospect in his previous fight before this. And, Jake Paul just ironed him out in that first round with a massive, clean flush uppercut. So, people say it's scripted. It's not. But yeah, look, I think Jake Paul today, I honestly think that's his best knockout, and I think it's his best all-round performance that I've seen from him so far. 100%. I'd say it was better than that Tyron Woodley knockout. Just the way he set it up and, just the way he performed in that fight today as well was fantastic. Jake Paul, was trying to set up some big shots throughout. And he's feinting well. He looked light on his feet, Jake Paul. He was doing all the right things, to be honest with him. To be honest with you, he was doing all the right things. I do think he needs to stop the whole World Championship talk, though. He does need to stop that talk. But, he did say after the fight as well, though, he said, I want to continue fighting these, prospects, which is the right way to go for Jake Paul. He needs to continue fighting these prospects. He also did say that, yes, there'll be an announcement next week, apparently. There probably won't be. But, yeah, he did say there is an announcement coming soon. If Jake Paul fights, he needs to at least fight four times at least. Or if we could see him 5 times next year, that'd be really good for him, to be honest with you. We at least need to see him 4 times next year, to be honest with you. But yeah, Jake Paul was jabbing to the body well today, and, he was doing all the right things. And he fought the right kind of opponent today. And now we got a decent idea of where his level's at. So, we beat someone around the Andre August level Andre August, it's a real weird one. It's a real weird one, to be fair. With this whole level thing in boxing, to be fair. There are many levels in boxing, because you've got Tommy Fury who beat Jake Paul, then you've got Andre August 10-1, but got knocked out in the first round. But look, I think overall, Jake Paul needs to continue. He needs to try and step up that level a little bit. And it's going to be interesting to see where Jake Paul, what level he's actually at and where he can go. But to be fair, Jake Paul's young and he's training around the right people, to be fair. He's got money, so he's able to train around the right people, get the right trainers in, and he's doing all the right things. He's working on the right things. And, I think it's clear to see with the jab and, the improved footwork as well from Jake Paul. An improved jab and an improved footwork. That's exactly what, he's working on the right things that need to be worked on. So he's surrounding himself with the right people. Jake Paul, he's got a good attitude. So you can't fault him for that. We can't fault him for it, to be honest with you. I know there are a lot of people who say, he's bad for boxing and stuff. I understand that 100%. But I just feel like you need to give him credit for that performance, in my opinion. And I feel like his attitude and his dedication to the sport is good. To be fair to him, he is good, and he's got a lot of eyes on him as well. So all respect to the guy, I guess. And I don't really like him too much, but I feel like credit's due. Like he deserves the credit, in my opinion, especially after that. And he's come a long way. To be fair to him, he has. So yeah, but look, I think just the way he set that shot up was fantastic. To be honest, the way he set up, with the jab and just followed through with an uppercut, really opened up the guard of Andre August with that jab. But if we quickly talk about Andre August, he wasn't exactly amazing. Not to take away anything from Jake. But, Andre August was coming for he's kind of plodding forward, fairly square on. Yes, was getting under a few shots, but, there wasn't really anything no, to be fair, Andre August was trying to counter Jake Paul land shots over the top. I think, he did have an alright moment. I did see him land a good overhand in that fight where Jake landed to the body, but August also landed up top. But yeah, August was able to land some decent shots, but he was coming forward fairly square on though, and guard fairly open. But Jake Paul was doing well always. Jake Paul was really active with the jab, so he's able to keep Andre August thinking, and then he's able to open up that guard and really set up the uppercut well. So yeah. Anyway, look, big win for Jake Paul. Fair play to him. Needs to continue fighting prospects. Like you said, he's doing the right thing. Fair play to him. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, okay? I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.